is, guys. Scooby. Oh my gosh, he's huge. I can't believe it. You know what? That other buck, I'm pretty sure is repeat offender. I could be wrong though. Look at him. Oh my gosh. I just got in the tree, and Scooby's on his feet, 100 yards behind me. He's bedded now, but he's laying right on the edge of this swamp. There's a big gravel area that the farmers pull their trucks into all the time. And in fact, I had a semi dumping all kinds of stuff over here. He's still over there. Scooby's just laying there, doesn't care. I'm really torn on what to do. Should I wait for him? Or should I go try to ground stalk him? This is the first time I've seen him. I don't know what to do. I think I better just wait. There was another really big buck he was with. Big 7-point. I don't think it's repeat offender. After I got a second look on him, there's a semi. But that other buck walked off, and then there was another real small buck, and he walked off. Scooby, he just scared him out of here. He doesn't want anything to do with those other deer being by him right now. And he's bedded. I can see him with the binoculars, but I can't get him with the camera right now. I really hope he makes his way across this swamp. It's only 100 yards. If he'll give me 50, I'll take a shot. Stick with me, guys. It's awesome out here right now. Alright guys, I just got home. Just got out of the woods a couple minutes ago. It's dark. I sat as long as I could, and I think he started coming in. There was a deer splashing in the swamp right behind me. Obviously too dark to shoot, not legal to shoot, but I think he came within 30 or 40 yards. Obviously too dark for camera footage. Couple takeaways from this though. I've been saying this for years that big bucks are on their feet all the time, and they don't just lay around all day and move at night. They are on their feet, and so was he. He was on his feet from the moment I set foot in the stand until it was too dark to see. I watched him. He never bedded once, and he didn't move far. He never moved. You take 100 square yards or 100 yards long by 100 yards square. He never left that, but he was on his feet the entire time. So those bucks are up. They're moving. It was a shame I couldn't get him to come in. I didn't have a grunt tube with me. I did all my laundry, and I think I left it on the table. But either way, with the wind, had I grunted, had I called at him, I knew he would have cut my wind, and it would have been over. So I think I did the smart thing. It was better off just sitting and waiting, and not spooking him, which I don't believe I did. So that was a super exciting hunt. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I laid down a ton of footage of that big boy. That's Scooby, by the way, the buck that we named Scooby. And that's the first time I've ever seen him in person. So get in the woods because the bucks are moving. It's pre-rut. They're starting to lock down. They're not leaving those does. You got to get in the woods and get after them. Good morning, guys. So I'm on the same stand that I saw Scooby in the other day. That was such a fun sit. I watched him for 3 hours. He was on his feet the whole time. He never bedded. He never laid down. But he never left a very small area either. He was locked into this doe. Already this morning, it was about 2 minutes before legal shooting, I had an 8-point come busting through right over to my north. And he walked right under my stand. Not a shooter by any means, but a nice deer. So, and he hung around for a little bit, worked his way around this big wood pile over here, just sniffing the ground, probably looking for does. And he browsed on some acorns over here for a few minutes and then walked off. So that was at, I think, 7:28. So they're moving, and I live a half mile from here, so I saw 7 deer on my way here as well. So I think they're moving, but I've been scanning that whole area that I saw Scooby the other day, hoping to see him bedded in there, but I can't see him. So after the morning hunt, I'm going to get down and I'm going to find a way to stalk all the way through this marsh without making a sound. And then we're going to look at some other options for moving a tree stand, or adding another tree stand, I should say, because there's a big patch of hardwoods over there that I overlook every year. He may be bedded in there as well. So we're going to do a little more homework after the morning hunt and see what happens. So stick with me, guys. Hopefully we see some more deer, and hopefully we get a crack at Scooby. It's the third buck I've seen already this morning, and it's early, but he's a long ways away. Guys, that's the third buck I've seen this morning. He's kind of a gnarly buck. I can't tell what he is. He looks like he'd be like an 8-point, but he's got a very different rack on him. And looks like his front left shoulder is injured. I don't know if it's broke. Doesn't look good. But he's feeding. I mean, he's getting around a little bit. But if a pack of coyotes finds him, I don't think he'll be able to defend himself that well. So I'm debating what to do with that deer. Do I get down and try to shoot it? It's not the deer I want. Not the deer I'm after. It's not that big. It's a nice buck, but it's more about putting that deer down so he doesn't suffer. But again, he may have been in a fight too. I don't know. He might recover from it. So it's hard to say. I wish I could get a better look at him. I'm torn. I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep an eye on him and see what he does. And I'll have to make a game time decision here pretty quick, I think. But after my last interview, I shut the camera off and I sat down and turned and looked to my left, and that 5-point had come in, so I never even saw him. But he came out of a thick bedding area. So I wouldn't have seen him anyway, until last minute. But they're moving this morning. It's windy, it's cold. I'm actually freezing. I got all my layers on, and that wind is cutting right through me. And I'm a little bit out in the open here. I mean, you can kind of tell from my backdrop and some of the other filming I've done. I'm in the edge of a marsh. It's all dead trees right here. There's absolutely no cover. From the west, looking this way, I'm sure I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm skylit. But those bucks haven't seen me yet. But looking from the east where Scooby was at, I've got a lot of tree cover, so I should be fine. I should blend right in. Oh, there's just so much activity this morning. It's great. I hope you guys are out enjoying it. It's cold and windy, but it's no better time of the year, man. It's really heating up, so get out in the woods if you're not out there. So I worked my way through this marsh, and I set up a spot by the deadfall. It's like a bunch of tree roots and stuff. There's actually a rub right there. But I cleared this out so that I can shoot over top. And had I been able to get to this spot yesterday, I would have had a 23-yard shot on the big boy, on Scooby. So I tried to clear a path the best I could through here. There's a lot of down sticks and logs, and I moved a lot of that stuff out of the way so that if I had to, I could sneak right through this marsh grass. It's tall. There's a little path right there. And you can see my stand too from here. I'm about 50 yards closer than I am up in that tree stand. And the closest he came yesterday was 73 yards. So, I mean, it's not an ideal sitting spot. As you can probably see, I have my feet in the water, but this is not a long-term sitting spot. This is sneak in and kill this buck if we get an opportunity. So I'm going to keep going further this way. I'm actually going to go back though, work my way back around the road, check out this hardwood lot and see if there's any signs of bedding in there. He may sit there. It's a perfect spot. I mean, I overlook it every year, but a buck could lay there and see everything around him. And with the right wind, they'd be untouchable. So I'm going to go scout that, see what that's all about, and we're going to put a plan together. We're going to kill this buck. At least I sure hope so. So let's go take a walk over there. The saga has ended, guys. I got Scooby. I got him. Man, I can't believe this. He came in. I'm watching this doe. It's a velvet buck. It's a 6-point, but it looks like a doe. And I'm watching her for the longest time. And next thing I know, this buck comes crashing through the swamp, and he's chasing another doe. And I locked onto him with the binos and followed him, and I ended up losing him. And I thought he crossed the road and across the open field, and I figured he was gone. And I just kept watching, and next thing I know, I hear a twig snap, and he's 30 yards from me. And I drew back and shot. I deflected a branch. I didn't see it, and I hit him high, and I broke his back. So I had to sneak down here and put one more in him. But this animal is spectacular. I mean, I could not be more proud to have this deer. This is the deer I was after, and he's just a brute. He's huge. Look at these tines. Oh, guys, I'm so thankful. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for coming along. Thank you for the love and support. This channel means a lot to us, and we hope it means a lot to you. And just thank you so much. Always remember to follow along in the future, like, subscribe, comment. Please let me know what you think of this buck. This is a Central Michigan buck, and like I said, I just could not be more proud to have him. Thanks for watching, guys.